one.
Yeah.
It's a fun one. It is a fun one. Yep. Yep.
You break
So,
it down.
yeah, okay. So
Okay.
he came up to me and asked me to like take a look at the text, right? Because he was like, okay, I'm kind of curious as to how I can like extend the subpoena. I was like, okay, cool, easy done. So I looked and I saw like texts between Lucy and Bubba. I don't know if anyone else saw those. I mean, did you see those?
Yeah, I spent some time looking at all of them.
Yeah, yeah. You saw social circle shit.
Mm-hmm.
What really caught my eye was the fact that they mentioned like a cadet house.
Oh my God,
So
we
I was
need
like-
to make our own for San Andreas, and you can
Yes.
add yourself to other people's social circle, but that only
Yes.
shows that like it's a one-way thing. But if two people add each other, you get a stronger influence.
You mean Goggle Plus, but for San Andreas?
Yes. And
Everything's just in circles.
if let's say the three of us were to have each other, then our circle gets stronger, right?
Yes, yes,
God.
exactly. Circles.
Oh my
Everything's
God.
a circle.
My ties to Perp Gang. Oh my God. Our
Holy
influence will be
shit.
unlimited.
Yeah. Okay, so we found out this house was owned by Knick-Knack thanks to Crystal, because Crystal was like just saying a whole bunch of shit about the cadet house. We didn't tell Crystal anything, obviously. But Crystal like is pretty forthcoming, according to Wayne. Was it you? I don't remember who told me this, but like apparently her and the Pred gang had a little bit of a falling out. I don't know.
Anything
Don't care.
happening?
We're just reviewing the fucking shooting from over the weekend. Myself, McAllister, and John. Been kind of quiet. I've been patrolling for a minute. Nothing too crazy other than 78.
Yeah, I was there. I arrived late though.
But so I was speaking to
D
Odette
tried
Swan.
making fun of me, and I
Oh.
I didn't
About what?
respond very kindly to that. I was joking with
Does
Perry.
he like
in the
dir her? You
hospital.
can complete sentences.
No, so you know I have this whole back and forth with Perry, like you know my friend Perry, about me constantly getting injured, or about every time I get injured, she's like, "I'll fail," right? And I went into the hospital and I was like, "Hey,
Richie, 14 months. What up,
He was
bro?
like, yeah, you normally are." And I was like, "I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Perry."
Jesus. All right.
Like, I don't know you like that, man.
Yeah.
That ship has sailed. We're not on that level. Don't talk to me like that.
Oh my God.
Oh, Vale, by the way, yesterday, like a dead rat was left for Lucy outside of MRPD. Your favorite person left it for her.
That's cool. Your warrant got signed. No delayed notice.
No. Falcon
Should have already been
like a
delivered
chat about it.
Yeah.
You're good.
I tried to interpret your reason for doing it as best I could, beyond what's already in the subpoena. He basically wanted me to ask it, what the fuck is Marie? Holy shit!
Sounds like the lost their,
Oh my
Just a trade
God.
day.
Oh, that's
They
the
trading
Babylon.
bodies? Like what the fuck?
T-shirt
Yeah.
today, I'm pretty sure is it the fucking jet skis?
Yeah, they're shooting from sea. They're
Oh
shooting.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're
The
shooting from
Sea-Doo,
jet skis.
Sea Shark,
Is
or
this-
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, they're shooting from jet skis. That's incredible.
Get an Uzi and a jet ski. Oh my God.
I don't know how the fuck
Well,
they managed to get a jet
I'm
ski
gonna
in
keep
there,
my
but okay.
distance from that and assume a bunch of cops are gonna go up there and pop 78. So I'm just gonna kick my feet up in the CBI till then.
Hey, firm.
Because if that's
yeah,
the new
so-
Babylon trade day, every fucking criminal on their mums is fucking up there right now. Because I was just there.
I'm gonna wait 5 seconds for everything to
Copy
end,
on you,
like,
man.
dispatch and radio-wise before I even bother trying to continue.
That's
Nope,
probably
no,
either
no.
the Manor or Hydra.
Oh, held up officers.
You
of
know, I
PCSO,
did just
right,
say,
yeah.
man, it's kind of quiet.
Yeah, I blame you, Knight.
I'm sorry, guys.
That's your fault.
Anyways, so yeah, Christopher told us about the cadet house, and I was talking to Odette Swan about it because apparently Matt Rhodes doesn't know that the cadet house exists. I asked him about it directly, and he said, "No, what do you mean there's a cadet house?" And then him and I had like a laugh about it. So I talked to Odette Swan about it because she's like the head of the Shift 3 PNT people, and I was like, if anyone's gonna know it, it's gonna be her. And she was like, "Yeah, they have a cadet house. They have a thing that they call a gooning room." I'm like,
Huh?
apparently, Nick Knack, an ex-cadet, owns this cadet house. They all live there, and they have this thing
Nick
called
Knack.
a gooning room.
Wait,
Yeah.
his name was brought up, no?
He was one of the people that quit because they didn't feel welcomed or a part of the department. Yeah, it was part of their cadet class.
Yeah, they all have a house together where they have a gooning room, and she's already doing suggestive shit with her FTO via text, and then they have social circles where they all manipulate one another. But this thing's a mess.
Wait, who said the manipulate? Is that a presumption or like that was stated to you?
So the manipulation thing is a presumption thing on my part because it's
okay.
you're the dude there with the gun, you got the fucking FTO plus a cadet, you got that's just the whole thing is like an odd mess. You have like people assessing other people with social circle. Like, what the fuck is that?
I
think the way I sort of chop it up, right, is like I'm sort of perceiving that maybe it's good to look at these things from a, how do I put it, charitable perspective, right? I mean, it's San Andreas.
Yeah.
And so the most charitable thing that I kind of derive from this is maybe that class of cadets, there was a plan to do, I don't know, like a fucking reality TV show style shit, you know? You put out like, like Big Brother.
Yeah.
You put them all together, they live their life, you see them like, some of them are fucking and sucking, like I don't fucking know, like, you know what I mean? And then some are succeeding, some are like, sharing their trauma and like, so like, I don't know, maybe they got a bunch of cameras and they're selling that, like, show on the internet.
Yeah, maybe.
Now,
Ray would watch that,
but whatever that was, and like whatever, right? Not my business.
Yeah.
The problem is that the line of closeness between the instructors and the cadets seemingly cross the line of professionalism in any reasonable sense, right? Hey, you watch that show, bitch? I guess it is a TV show. You heard that? You heard one of our analysts over there?
Yeah.
It's fucking pissed.
Yeah,
fuck your show. So, where instead of the relationship being like, hey, I'm instructing you with these things, it crosses the lines of being really close from a friend perspective, right? Which you people can be friends, but not when it alters your line of duty, right? Looking the other way, the conversations about lying and covering up and da. These are PPOs. They're not even full officers yet, right? Like
didn't she say she was more loyal to Frodo or something than during the thing?
Well, that's like you literally have text there where she's like, I didn't bring up your name, I didn't do this, I didn't like, and then like, look, as I said, right, like we have a bunch of officers that have personal relationships with one another, like a bunch of people are married and whatnot, like that's whatever, right? But to fraternize in such a way with your instructor, and then that instructor essentially goes off and then shoots a bunch of people from your command and high command structure, and then you have like social circles being added into the mix, and you have all these fucking accusations flying about. It kind of makes you wonder, like, where the fuck is all this coming from?
Well, it's been generated, right? This is a pot that has stewed for a while, and then the lid fell off, right? Being Bubba.
Yeah.
I think in regards to the social circle thing, and I relayed this to Vivian and just Ruby now, is that this isn't like an AI generated meme photo, right?
No, it isn't. Yeah.
This is something that came from someone putting a bunch of data together and asking this AI agent to create these social circles. Now, the why can be of a political nature, right? The why could be, this is the people that we need to take out.
Yeah.
Whether politically, through manipulative means, or maybe in the case of Bubba,
Yeah.
fucking opening fire on them. Now, note that the 3 of those people in the diagram were shot down. In the second diagram, 3 of the 5 were shot down. The 4th, being V, was threatened by Bubba afterwards.
Yep.
There's another.
And even got charged by it too.
Yes. Oh, he got charged. Oh.
That's part of the criminal threats on the original instance.
Understood. And so, but there's another thing here. This is also a lens into the mentality of the individuals involved. Because when you generate this, there's a level of projection, in my opinion, that is being created, right? Those are we are a social circle. They've got their social circles. When the reality is, like, I'm friends with like Ruby. I'm friends with y'all. Like, there's like levels of friendship here, interpersonal, like between us and the LSP, But I don't think anyone perceives it other than like, you know what I mean? We're not dividing. I don't know anyone here or over there necessarily drawing out lines of trust, right? Like a fucking gang.
Yeah.
Am I making sense here? Like, it's
You're
like,
making sense,
this
yeah.
is how we view ourselves. So how do we, through that same lens, look at the others? Because I don't think like Ruby's sitting down and has like this social circle. It's like, this is my, like she's friends with Brandy and her, but I doubt they're sitting back. I mean, like, we need to go and pull in these people into our circle
literally.
of trust. No.
Or when you got off the phone with her and she goes, shit, the marshals they know too much now.
Yeah.
They know about the circles.
Like-
They know too much.
I'm not gonna lie, from the very limited interactions I've had with him, this is giving Frodo vibes. Like, it's.
Yeah, that's
I
what we
would
were
say he
thinking
made
as
it, but
well.
it's, yeah.
He would be the only one that would have the knowledge to put something like this together. Lucy would if she had like maybe another 6 months, but all she is one. All she's capable is being one of the primary actors.
No.
Well, let me give you an example of how that makes a lot of sense, and I just realized it. Ruby mentioned how cooked some of these diagrams are, right? Well, they are cooked. When you look at the second one, V's on there and Frodo's on there. Frodo's look accurate. The rest look cooked.
Yeah.
Further, if you go by just the back and forths in the 2 text messages that we have, it puts Omar, Lucy, what's his name?
And Paul Hammerstein Jr.
Paul, Frodo, and Bubba as like the individuals that were meeting together and like leading up to this. Well, it's not the cadets who made it. Well, do you think Bubba made it or Frodo made it between the 2? I don't think Bubba doing that. Which then
Frodo
leaves
would be the
Frodo.
only one,
Yeah.
because Frodo would be the only one that considers himself as one of the influencer circles.
Yeah. I think we get the longer subpoena on Lucy, which we have the PC for, but I've asked Jong to just talk to Vi and get him to get a 30-day from her. And if she doesn't, you just pull the logs. All right. Through PC. Through a search warrant instead. Or subpoena,
Yep.
Jesus.
Because I can also argue that if we don't get that delayed notice and the 30 days worth of information, Vi's life is in danger. The threat's already been acted upon.
Yeah.
With the first 3. So.
I mean, either way, they gotta fire Frodo after that shit. Yo, that shit's crazy.
And then the shit that happened afterwards, after those 2 interviews yesterday, the meetings. Oh god.
McAllister, we should either this evening or tomorrow morning, depending on what's more convenient to you. We should probably go through the faceless stuff again. See what we got, press what we got, just so I say we put a pin on it, because like as a worst case scenario, even if we're not crossing any lines, at least having a plan, and then having a plan for the future incidents and being more ready for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I had a chat with. Okay, so I haven't put together the warrant info yet because I was asleep most of yesterday, because I'm actually trying to fix my sleeping schedule so I can come out a little bit more in shift 2 here and there.
Ooh, okay.
But I'll be around all day today.
Oh shit!
But I had a chat with what's his name? Toby Jones, and I went over like the incident with him. He wasn't really able to give me much more. Every single person that I talk to about that incident gets generally more and more confused. So
You're talking about the second thing, right?
The second incident, yeah. The
Understood.
Hold up. Oh, let me find the incident. I can actually reference from them. So we have the chain of custody already linked in there. And I've tried to determine as to what I can grab. From what I can figure out, I think Alexander Bogorov was on the beach. They chased him from the beach. He was then picked up by a whole bunch of vehicles, including Brandon's red V-Star. He swapped out of it, got into a car with Seamus McCarthy, went down to the train tunnels underneath Rockford, and then started to shoot at cops.
Good shit. Okay.
Bogorov was apprehended. But the thing is, Bogorov, I don't think I have text between him and Charlie. So he's a hard one to prove. He's never been on a faceless thing before.
Don't worry don't even put enemy of the state in. Like, completely ignore that. We just want a conspiracy and the robbery for that. You know what I mean? We want to go for main charges. Enemy of the state, we look at it and we say, incident 1, 2, does this tell us a story or no? Right? So, sorry,
now,
go ahead.
From the same lens, then we begin to look at Valentino and DJ Cooper, because those two are the fun ones. No one can place DJ on the beach. I tried. No one's able to give me a statement saying, I saw DJ Cooper in his vehicle on the beach. In fact, everyone gets confused when you mention the Sultan. I'm missing evidence photos to do with the vehicles. Unfortunately, I know for a fact Kingsman documented one of those, and I just don't have Kingsman. Kingsman's off doing Kingsman shit.
Did you send him an email? Have you?
Not sure with this particular topic, but I'm already waiting on him for other stuff that I have sent emails for.
Oh, okay. Good.
So it's Kingsman has been MIA ever since the bear wolf whatever thing happened up in Pluto. So
yeah. Oh, that's right. He's gonna be an ICU for in a minute.
Apparently he got released yesterday. Oh, Opal's giving me a call. Hold. Hey, Opal, what's up?
Yeah, last I knew, he was only supposed to be in ICU for like 2 days. So.
Oh.
Also, I don't even understand what his vehicle was parked under that bridge for like a week and a half prior to the Cougar attack.
Ooh. Wait, where was the book? I'm very curious. Oh.
Chat, the amount of stuff such few people have been cooking up is hyper impressive, I gotta say.
Okay, yep.
Yo, Patty chat.
Oh,
how you doing?
Legend. Okay, well, I love and appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're amazing. I appreciate the shit out of you.
Jesus, whatever.
Oh, wait, you were? What? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wait, which book was that? Okay. Well, I'll figure it out with Blunt, and I'll see if I can track down a copy, I guess. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, were they did? Okay. Alright, yeah. Yeah, it's a question. All right. Well, I trust your judgment. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the shadow. You let me know if you need anything. I'm just in the middle of like a briefing right now, so give me like 20 seconds and yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah. Okay. Appreciate you. Bye. They just found the Wilson King book.
Oh shit! Where was it?
Locked storage of a vehicle.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. So we have that back in
Okay.
custody
Oh
now.
my God.
It's all sorted. No one did evidence corruption, which is good. That was like
Yeah.
I really didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Valentino obviously picked up Bogrov. So there might be an argument there for him saying that he was trying to aid and abet an enemy of the state. Someone was seen down on the beach. He attempted to steal the thing. Maybe successfully did it. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he left it on one of the glove boxes, one of the vehicles that we wanted
Yeah,
to
but it's
capture.
still, yeah. So everything should be a conversation of there is a robbery. Is it accessory, accomplice, or primary actor?
Yeah.
We're not going to do felony obstruction. That is local PD logic. Like felony obstruction is no absolute indication of being anywhere. Like if you show up like 30 minutes later, okay, fine. I could see an argument for it, right? But if you're in there in the first little bit, in my opinion, we push it and you say, well, show me that your text messages. Show like you know what I mean? I want us to stop, at least for us to not be pussies in court. And if a judge, you know, 2 IQs it because they grew up surrounded by gangbangers who want to get away from everything, that's not our problem, right? That becomes like a DOJ thing, right? You get my meaning, right? Like it's like
I get
pushing
fully what you
attempted
mean.
murder, and then if someone's like, well, actually, we're going to reduce it down to manslaughter because I'm a hero. No, fuck you.
Yeah.
All right.
So for this particular incident, here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say for this particular incident on its own, you probably wouldn't do aiding and abetting. With the previous instance, I think there is a potential case, but would I necessarily want to try and fight that one beyond a reasonable doubt? Probably not. I think I want to leave it for another one. That's just me. I'm just having a bit of a harder time justifying it for them. Because obviously with the way the incident is, it's still difficult for me to track down their very specific involvement in what occurred. Obviously I know they will pick up vehicles, but beyond that, I don't know where they started to be involved to where they finished. I don't know if Valentino showed up literally 30 minutes in and then picked up one guy and then crashed his car and then dipped.
Okay.
Yeah.
But and what about when you relate it to text messages in the time frame of the evidence or the reports?
So let me pull that up real quick, but I don't believe that there are any. They've gotten smart. They don't text radio frequencies anymore. They don't text Charlie anymore. They just call. Hold up. Let me just make sure I have his stuff here. I believe that this is Valentino's phone number. There's nothing that's stuck out to me, you know? Hold on.
Okay.
Let me compare it to the incident. So that was 16th of March 2026 at 21:50 GMT. I need to ask Bean's father to add in a time zone converter.
Okay.
That would have been after he got out. They did have a meeting immediately after with Charlie. Well, not immediately after, but they scheduled one with Charlie immediately after. He called you just before he got that meeting request with Charlie. Actually, you know what's funny? Every time you tend to call Brandon, Charlie calls generally afterwards. That is something I've noticed here and there.
Interesting. Okay.
No.
I think like you putting that together is going to be a good thing because at the end of it, I'm not hyper concerned with whether we cross a line of enemy of the state. It's more getting through the process of like having a data sheet of incidents involved, and once we have a pattern of that, we start pushing these more often. Well, when someone gets caught enough,
Which is
and as I mentioned separately, I kind of want to make legislative change so that enemy of the state stuff is more like clear cut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you check out the Faceless Timeline report, which is 33891, I'm still missing quite a few reports in there. But if you take a peek, what I've started doing is I've summarized every single incident report. And then beneath that, I'll put like whoever was involved. So if it's Andre Tyson, if it's Dio Ivanov, if it's whoever, then that way we can just essentially go through all the previous like recent incidents, go, okay, you've been involved in this, and this. Fuck you, you've clearly been aiding and abetting. We're gonna throw out a warrant for you now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
What's going on, Undersheriff?
Oh, things are escalating there, not.
Wait, with what?
I just saw Lang Buddha in a glider firing off fucking the automatic rifles out of the guy in front of the fucking thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm Rosner. We're I've been contemplating starting the NICE unit here in the Marshals.
What's the NICE unit?
What?
We see any of these fucking Babylonians leaving their damn compound, we beat them up. We beat them with fucking sticks. We put some damn cuffs on them. We drop them back at their damn compound. You know what I mean? Yeah. They don't believe in our laws there, Rosner.
So you're going to subject them to abuse.
Well, listen, if they don't believe in our fucking laws, send them back to New Babylon, right? That's what the new NICE unit's going to be about. It's going to be the New Babylon, immigration, and whatever the fuck the other letters stand for. You know what I mean?
I ain't opposed to it.
Yeah.
Are we literally becoming the immigration?
Tell them they need to apply for a visa.
Yeah, you know what?
I
might
did
have
see
to be
that on
done.
the side of the helicopter.
Yeah, are we?
Oh, yeah,
then I guess at that point,
the crazy thing
is,
is one of our helis actually
immigration.
mentions immigration like control or some shit like
really?
yeah, it does.
Definitely need some sort of control. They just get wild. They got they got the same armored like A-reps that you do.
Not mention that.
Yeah, it's fucking insane, isn't it?
Yeah, we need to I don't know, definitely up our game a little bit and curbing these guys.
All right. Well, I do think kind of what we discussed the other day is like it's no different than how we deal with the faceless, and we're actually having a conversation about that right now up at the observatory. Is we sometimes make the mistake collectively, doesn't matter what agency, is we look at something and immediately jump to say terrorism or treason or whatever. Now, that's not the wrong thought to have in the back of our minds. Like, this is terrorism, this is treason. But when it comes to like aiming for prosecution, you want to be building the blocks, right?
I'm teaching all the detectives every single thing you look at. You've got the RS, turn it into PC.
Yes. But like, say, for example, this shooting. Unless we get Lang Buddha in the fucking helicopter opening fire with photographs and actually arrest him for that, we don't even have the first block, right?
Oh, I got a photo of him flying the fucking thing.
Well, yeah, but you get what I'm saying, right? Without that
you're right.
arrest, without the next arrest where it might, like, I don't know, whatever, without that pattern there, we can't push more than that, the simple charge. Now, when you got a pattern of it and maybe a couple of them, now we can really start talking about some other things. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think the problem has been historically with New Babylon is like some cops will completely shy away and say, we don't want to do anything. On the flip side of it, we'll go in there and just be like, let's take 50 cops and shoot them up for a warrant, right? Like, how about we try something in between that, right? Because it's not like these guys have gone in for the nines more than anyone else, right?
Yeah, we'll build up that investigation before we actually start fucking hitting them hard.
Yeah, well, investigation / like, he's shooting. Let's fucking get his ass. Wait till that fucking old bitch walks outside the damn gates and then, run up on him. He don't know that we know that he don't know that we know that he was in that damn glider, right?
Yeah, no, I think they're doing, because it's trade day, I think they're doing like a weapons test, a demonstration for other people. Yeah, they're saying they've got the night market on right now. which I should document
Wait,
as well.
you're telling me that they're selling that thing?
Potentially.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of people watching, and Mr. Buddha is flying that thing around and shooting it into the water. He's not shooting it at targets. He's just shooting it into the water. It's like a live demonstration.
Man,
Everyone's
I really
watching it.
want these pussies to like actually secede so we can start the nice unit. You know what I mean? Then I'm gonna start like I'm gonna be bringing in like maybe like half felons and shit, right? We just black out looking for Babylonians, you know?
That would be really funny if you brought in the old
Spec
CPD
Ops
people.
style.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I definitely. I'm gonna get more documentation. I'm gonna grab, without getting myself shot. I'm gonna
Wait, can we
get
just hire
some
private
prospective
contractors?
detectives to start taking photos,
What,
so
you're
they
gonna
can
hire
start
Dark
learning
Stone?
how
So
to
you're gonna hire
actually
Dark
do an
Stone to infiltrate
investigation by
Babylon?
building up the blow.
Besties.
I do think that
'cause
there
we
should
need to get
be
ready.
I agree. I think we should have a grander conversation in which our most trusted people that can do UC, we have some tools, Rosner, which I don't want to say over the phone, that can really deeply implant people in. And I know some people are already doing it, but I would argue that we need like a good 6, right? So like something like this happening, they can just waltz in, but have like a actual background and this, that, and the third. And we need to start collecting. Like if that's happening right now, well, it can't just be the 1 or 2 people. It's like, we need to send someone in and we trust them to do it right because we've given them that, the training for it, right?
Hey,
It don't
you know
even
much
gotta be a
about
lot
the
of training. I think it's like no more than like, hey, is he good at altering his voice, putting on a persona, all that kind of stuff? Is he someone who's not going to blow their load on day 1 and get caught?
You know anything about the consortium?
I've heard a little bit about the consortium. I believe that's the shit at Cyprus, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So I saw them. They were doing a convoy of like 4 or 5.
They're
ponies.
participants. Yeah.
Really, really big vans. So they're trade day for them. They seem the main traders. They're fucking funneling shit in there. I don't know if there's a weak link in the chain, but there's definitely somewhere to be paying attention to. Dante Rivers, Cuddles Fish, Roy Hughes. I believe Lisa hangs around with them as well. Lisa McLeod.
Sorry about that. I needed to send a text. Yeah, I think there's too many unknowns at the moment. I think that's kind of my meaning behind all this.
Yeah, turn the unknowns into knowns, and then we can actually, with intel, fucking get an operation going.
Exactly that. I mean, who are the actors? Who are the movers and shakers? Like, even just having an idea of that goes a super long way. And I'd almost say, just due to the sheer number of individuals involved, it adds to the complexity of a UC op. Case in point, we did a UC op with Nexus, and it took, in a matter of like an hour to 2 hours, give me a second. Okay. Sorry, multitasking sucks sometimes. There are so many. Okay, so within a span of 1 to 2 hours, like Vivian Gray and Nikki's UC cover was rather quickly blown. Now, not for nothing, there could be a million different ways to chop up like why they were caught. right? But the reality is most criminals know each other, and anyone that they don't know is going to become a question mark. The more people there are, the more people there are that are going to question something and then come to the answer. We need a plan, right? We need someone to go fucking deep into that shit. And like implant.
Unless you already know anybody who's kind of in there that we can twist or flip.
No. I have some ideas. Let's meet up on this. Not right now, but let's say tomorrow. Let's meet up and sort of workshop it.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
Because outside of that, we're not going to know what the fuck's happening inside. We don't know what's happening outside, who the Mavers and Chickers are. We can't pick out targets to focus on, right?
Agreed.
All right, easy. All right, Rosner. Oh, it was a pleasure.
Pleasure. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
God bless.
I might have a way to get someone into New Babylon. I'm thinking about it.
I hesitate to think it's a good idea simply because whoever it is would need to literally live and breathe doing it, I think.
And be like a deep UC.
Yes, exactly. And I would not trust them to do it unless I had a significant law enforcement background with a bit of a prosecutorial mindset. Because otherwise they would go in there and be like, get so much useless information that we'd look at it and be like, well, this is fucking useless, and then waste our time.
I get you.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe using Quentin to get in, but it's...
Quentin?
Yeah, Quentin's a New Babylonian.
Brother, that dude's a fucking rat. Like that.
He is a rat, but he's not going to rat out on the one person. I think I think I could get in though.
This I'm willing to hear. Okay, who's the person?
Yui Ishida.
I think Yui's already in Babylon.
Like proper?
Oh, is she?
Last time I checked and talked to Quentin, that she was spending a large amount of time there. Currently, she's in deep hibernation.
Yui would like if it means employment somewhere after the fact. I think Yui would actually go UC on New Babylon.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that statement.
No. But I also don't know if I necessarily want to risk Yui because she does mean a lot to me, you know? Huh. Up to her, though. She's an adult.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad idea.
Didn't McNulty say he was there earlier today?
He is, but that's not... They're not going to let him see fucking moving guns and shit, I don't think, right? Like, anyways, let's have high command kind of chat on it first and then kind of go from there. Juno isn't a bad shout, right? Well, no, she is, because Juno would never be allowed anywhere near New Babylon. Past history and whatnot. I could be wrong, but I'd be surprised. Like, her and Luciano do not see eye to eye, and he runs the militia. Anyways, back to what's in front of us, though. So the faceless stuff, let's either tonight or tomorrow. Up to you. I'm
gonna see what I can put together warrant-wise.
Okay.
I think after that we'll be fine. I kind of just want to get this incident wrapped up with, and then from there, manage the timeline. The
moment we start popping these things off, the better we are. Because regardless of like where, like, you know, how far we get, having the backlog out of the way is going to be very helpful for the future. And not to mention, we learned a lot from this as to what it is that we desperately need to be collecting within the first 48, 72 hours. Like, I think in future, we can't... I understand we got caught up with a bunch of stuff, but we got to get... Like, in future, it's like, yo, this shit happened within 72 hours. We should have charges together.
Right. Speaking about the past, I'm kind of curious. There was